Hi, I'm Daniel Cunningham, CEO and founder of Leonardo 24/7, and today we're going to talk about municipal code compliance. So municipal codes are an aspect of multifamily management that's very difficult for most people to get their arms around for a number of really good reasons. Number one, municipal codes are hard to find. They can be buried in a set of municipal codes that's thousands of pages long. And when you do find a municipal code that you think applies, now you have to discern whether or not that code applies to real estate operators generally, to apartment operators, sometimes it's commercial operators. So just making your way through the codes can be difficult, and understanding the nuance of the codes is sometimes difficult. Tracking code changes is not a great use of the time of local operators. You don't want your community managers going back and reading these codes to see if there have been any changes from the last time I read these codes. You want an easier way to be able to just put the requirements of the municipal code in front of the right person at the right time. And if you're not tracking those codes and you have an incident, you have a loss, a claim at your property that is related to a municipal code that requires you to do a certain thing, like perform a certain inspection, and you've not done it because you're not following municipal codes, like you're open to greater liability in those instances. And sometimes a failure to meet code requirements can even result in fines, misdemeanors, or in some cases criminal charges. So they're very serious issues. What we've done at Leonardo 24/7 to help with this is we've created a machine learning algorithm that actually reads the municipal codes and determines whether or not any piece of the municipal code contains language that requires an operator to do something to remain in compliance. We're not talking about building codes and whether or not a door is a certain width or outlets are a certain number of inches above finished floor. We're talking about things that you're required to do on a regular basis to stay in compliance. You must perform this inspection on a regular basis. You must confirm that this thing or that thing is done. And so what our algorithm does is it finds the relevant codes and then it converts those into tasks that are then pushed out to a given property if that property is subject to that code, which is not only is it in a certain geographic area, but if it's a pool requirement, it's only going to send that task to properties in that geographic location that have a pool. And so that's a major time saver for our properties because they're only receiving tasks from the municipal codes that are relevant to them. So then on a regular basis, our algorithm goes back, rereads the codes, and looks for changes. We have a human in the loop who reviews what our algorithm says, and they agree like, yeah, that's a material change. Then that gets pushed out and sent to our clients almost immediately when we find that. So we were able to passively provide guidance with respect to municipal code compliance without the property managers ever having to open a municipal code and understand what's contained there. So now, really for the first time, operators have visibility into all of the requirements that they're subject to based on their geographic location. So they have their own internal policies and procedures. They have Leonardo suggested best practices that they should adhere to. And now we can bring in what the law has to say about how you operate a property. And of course, best of all, the executives or regional managers or owners, they can track all of the efforts that are made on site to comply with all of these different policies and procedures. And a task that otherwise wouldn't be on your radar or would be too resource intensive to figure it out, now it's simple, presented in a very easy way to accomplish and track and give real-time visibility that you are effectively mitigating operational risk by not complying with local municipal codes. Thanks for joining me today. We've been talking about municipal code compliance. If you'd like to learn more, log on to leonardo247.com and request a demo.